was the 1990s, a big show in a small town off I-75 in Georgia. They were called the biggest cocks in the henhouse. But things have changed since then. It's been 30 years, and they finally found a home here, like everyone else, doing a podcast. It's Erica and Mark, the phone call podcast thing.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, it's me. Happy New Year.
Hey, Happy New Year. That is my pledge to you in the New Year, Mark. I'm going to answer the podcast call faster instead of pausing and pretending like I'm not paying attention.
Normally we have about 2 rings, which we did have 2 rings before you picked up. But normally you pick up and then you don't say anything for a while.
It's a new year. It's a new me.
I thought you were having problems trying to figure out how to send me the voicemail.
Look, Grandpa, we're not going to start with you in technology, are we? Did AI take over your entire life on the first? What happened back then?
Oh gosh, yeah. Well, me and my I'm going to do something. This
is the year of the AI. It's the year.
Well, yeah, and I got that new what is it, the 18 point something system for my
for your
Mac.
phone?
Yeah,
Yep.
not for the computer.
Okay, for the computer, right?
My phone is out because I have a measly iPhone 11.
Oh, so you don't know about what the great things the iPhone 15 and 16 do now, do you?
Right, because I only have the 11 and they're not letting you get involved with it. And here, for those that want to try to figure out who I am, good luck. But my last phone was an iPhone 4, so I change every 7 years.
Yeah.
So every 7 phones. So when the iPhone 18, is iPhone 18 out yet?
No, 16 is out now.
Okay, so 2 more phones and I will upgrade.
Oh, you'll be dead by then, Mark. What are you waiting for? What are you doing? You're an old man. Get a new phone.
It's like the old people that sit on the money like it's going to be important someday. It's going to be good for your kids, maybe.
Yeah, how much money exactly do you want to leave your kids? That's my question. Jesus, I want to be a burden on my kids and have the government coming after me when I'm 90. That's how much money I'm going to have.
So they offer the new upload because you can get AI, the fantastic AI you talk about.
Let me tell you something, Mark. I've done it
on my iPad, and guess what happened to me?
You realized you had an old iPad.
No. It fits and everything's ready to go, but it costs money.
What costs money?
I thought Apple Intelligence was free.
Is it not free?
But it's just like Siri. Guess what you have to do in order to get
listen to me.
When you want
listen
AI,
to me. Listen to me. So
okay.
if you go into your settings, settings on your phone or your iPad or wherever, you're going to scroll down inside the settings, and there's going to be a little app there that says it's right underneath the General Accessibility Action button. Then you're going to see Apple Intelligence and Siri. So you go to that. You turn it on.
I did that.
Okay, and then what happened?
So I go. Can I say it now while recorders are going to get in the middle of it? I said, "Hey, S word."
Yeah, hey, S word.
And I said, "Can you tell me And I figured I'm going to have fun with this. I'll just use what we did for show prep already, just to see. Can you tell me a little bit about so and so?" And it came back saying, "I'm sorry. In order to get that information, we can more than gladly send you to a website. But if you want that type of information, you have to." I have to purchase Chat GPT.
No, you don't. You have to go into extensions. Once you go into Apple Intelligence and Siri, you go to extensions where it says Chat GPT, and then you touch that, and then you turn it on, and it says use Chat GPT. So you will get X number of availabilities to ask Chat GPT some questions for free. Now it's not going to last all day, but if you buy the $20 a month one like I have, then you get unlimited Chat GPT. So you just have to go in and turn on the Use Chat GPT account and create a free account there.
Okay, because I see it here and it says Use Chat GPT and it says
yes.
Set up. I'm not going to push that. I don't want to push that now. But
don't do it now. But
I just had an extra one to go to.
Yeah.
See, because I wanted to use it for the show.
Here. You know what? Let's do this. Hey, Siri. Use Chat GPT to tell me if you cost money on the MacBook Pro. Let's see what she says.
Okay.
You can talk to me. Can you read that out loud for me? Still working. She doesn't want to read it out loud. Oh, because I have everything in silent mode. That's why. All right. She can't read it out loud because, it doesn't cost any money. Is what I was going to say.
And so they'll give you a few, but like you can't be bothering them all day long.
Correct. Yes. Unless you get a paid account, then you can bother them all day long, like I do.
And it's $20.
It's $20 a month. Yes.
Because when I was Googled how much Chat GPT, did you know it goes up into the thousands?
Yes.
But what is that for? What do you ask it at that point?
Business and a lot of people, a lot of scientists. Science. It's all about science, Mark. Science.
So scientists don't even look up their own crap anymore and figure it out for themselves?
Nobody looks up their own crap. Colleges went out of business when YouTube was invented. They just don't know it yet. Because all you got to do to learn anything is go to the University of YouTube, and you can learn how to do damn brain surgery if you look hard enough. It's in there.
You know, you used to have a signboard, remember? And it opened up, and then you would put your hypothesis.
No, I don't remember that.
Scientists don't do that anymore.
No,
I mean, that's what I did in school.
Oh, you were a scientist.
The science fair.
Yeah, you're science
fair. Well, the science fair.
Mark Steele's scientist.
What happened was they fooled me by the word fair.
Uh-huh.
Because I thought we're going to have, like a carnival.
Right, yeah. I'd say, hey, I'm going to...
the science carnival.
I'm going to go win a big stuffed animal. What do you mean I got to do homework? God, golly gee whiz, Wally.
It was like McCoy's, wait a minute, man. There's no pizza here.
You tricked me, man. Fucking all these stoners, man. Full stoners, so easy. No, dude, it's really cool. The way that Siri works is now, I can literally say, hey, Siri, use ChatGPT. Actually, don't use ChatGPT. Use the DALL-E inside of ChatGPT to create a color logo for Erica and Mark the podcast. And I want it to be red and yellow and give it a black background and say established 2023. So now it's quietly doing this because it doesn't want to talk to me. And there it is. It just came up with a wonderful mouse pad of Erica and Mark the podcast. And now I could just save that. And then I could just text it to you. And you could see what I made as we were sitting here, simply using Siri. Didn't even touch my phone. Didn't have to open up the ChatGPT app. Check this thing out.
Oh, that's very cool.
It's a little mouse pad there with a little sticker underneath it. And I did that just by talking to Siri. That's all it is.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah, you can put that up on the Facebook if you want to, since I don't have Facebook.
I'm going to.
You're going to have to, because I can't.
That might become that. Well, no, because I still like the boy and girl talking on the phone.
Yeah.
It's just so us because the guy has the old dial phone.
Yeah.
And then the girl has a cell phone.
Yeah.
It's definitely exactly who we are.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, that's it. You're Captain Analog and
yes, all caps.
Yeah. And I'm Admiral. You wouldn't believe what I know. Yeah.
Oh gosh. So this is cool because I'm getting ready to start another internet station.
Oh, are you now? You're going to have another internet radio station with music and shit? Really?
No music this time.
Music. What is it?
It's all has to do with recovery.
I have a better idea than that.
What's that?
No one's going to listen to that. Just get these podcasts that we do and put them on your new radio station and just rotate them 24 hours a day. And people can go there and listen. That's way more entertaining than talking about recovery.
Well, see, it's not really well, it is talking about recovery, but it's friends of mine that are old radio people, like do you know Mickey English?
Mickey's Monkey? Mickey
English. He used to be with Liz Wild.
No, I don't think so.
And then he was with when Dee Snider had he still does have a radio show, I think.
Oh, I do remember Dee Snider's radio show, yeah.
Yeah, and he was the producer there and stuff. So he knows a lot of rock people that are now sober. So he talks to them, stuff like that. So it's kind of cooler than just regular recovery.
How many people in the radio industry are in recovery now? Is it all of them? Or most of them?
50% are in recovery. 50% of them are in denial.
You know, I
Because
guess
you got all kinds of stuff. You got
I guess I'm in denial,
radio.
dude. I never had the dependency problem. I don't know how to relate.
You were never codependent. You can just draw. You have a line, and you don't just do things for.
No.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm
What
good.
brought you into radio then, anyway? Because you have to be really sad and really just needing attention so bad in order to be in radio.
I have a flashy car. If I need attention, I go drive my flashy car to a car event.
I know you do.
That's all I really need. Everything else is I can sit at home for days and be fine.
That is, because if you notice, like almost all comedians and all that, they're all the same. They're all like just one bad show away from.
Yeah, just a gun in the mouth. Yeah, I know. Believe me, you cannot be a stand-up comedian without being extremely intelligent, because in order to be funny, you have to be intelligent. You have to be very smart to be funny. And I didn't realize that until recently. Everybody always tells me how smart I am. I'm like, you clearly don't know me.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, but you're so funny. I'm like, that's got nothing to do with it. But apparently it does. But
no, it does. You have to be
kind
of knowledgeable about a little bit of everything, and then you got to play to your, to your strengths or whatever, or weaknesses. Sometimes.
I don't consider myself to be smart, but everybody my whole life has told me how funny I am, and I just don't see the smart funny correlation. I'm just a stupid person doing stupid things every day of my life. I don't feel smart.
When I had my biggest ratings, it's when I played to my weaknesses, which was my out of control life, as you remember it. Because I spent a lot of times riding my motorcycle up there and playing, watching you play video games, and then watching old episodes of South Park, which were new episodes to me.
That's a pretty good life right there. You just
and then we go out to eat, and then we come back and watch more South Park.
That sounds really good.
Do you remember?
I do. Yeah.
Because I needed a break from my craziness, but I would just start talking about my insanity. So I'm kind of hoping that same thing will rub off on my podcast. I just feel like I need to do it. I want to do it, and I got a lot of friends that will supply the audio, so I don't have to really do anything besides,
All right, you just got to show up, kind of like me with this podcast. I just show up. As you can tell, I do very little to no preparation for this event. You do all the work as usual, and it shows. Gosh. It really does.
Your kids back from vacation?
Yeah, they got back from Seattle in one piece, and
they just did Christmas. Then that was it, huh?
Yeah, well, they were out there for almost a week, so I just kind of sat at home for Christmas. I was kind of by myself watching football, watching movies, and I may have picked up my crack pipe a little bit. So I take it back what I said about the dependency thing. I may have a small problem because I haven't played Grand Theft Auto 5 in a long time because I lost my PlayStation 5 disc. But I found my PlayStation 4 disc, so the graphics aren't as good, but the game is still just as good. So I'm pretty much starting over on that game.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so you do have a habit. I wanted to have a video game anonymous.
What night was that? Oh yeah, probably. It was one of the nights before the first. It was the weekend before New Year's, between Christmas and New Year's. I sat there until 4 o'clock in the morning and played that goddamn game, and I could not put it down. And I needed to go to bed at 12:30, 1 o'clock. I was tired, and I didn't even get up to pee. I sat there and I was like, the sun's going to be coming up in a couple hours. I really need to go to bed. No, you don't. You don't have anywhere to be tomorrow. The kids are still gone. Where are you going? You can still play another in time until you get killed. So my favorite thing to do in that game is the stupidest thing that I invented this, by the way. I don't know if anyone knows about this. I haven't checked the internet. But right. I call it riding the rails. So you go load up on a bunch of guns and ammunition and sniper rifles, and you get on the train. You literally run to a passing train, and you climb on the train, and you just start shooting at people. And the next thing you know, the police are chasing you, so you start shooting at the police. And now the police are really chasing you, and then you start shooting down police helicopters, and then they get super pissed. But you're on a train, and you're kind of away from the road most of the time, and you go through tunnels, and they lose sight of you because the AI in this game are pretty stupid. They don't realize that, we've lost it. We don't know what happened. I'm in a tunnel, idiots, on a train. You didn't see me just shooting at you? Apparently you forgot a minute ago when I sniped your buddy flying the helicopter there. And I do that for hours and hours.
Well, now I see why I was told, so I just followed what I was told. But I was told not to let my son have that video game. And I'm sure he had it anyway. But
yeah,
that's a pretty violent game. It is bad, that.
No, it's fine. It's actually going through the single player is what I've really been doing, and going through all the missions and doing all this stuff. I mean, some of the stuff is really, it is a little dark. There was a mission I did last night where there's a guy checking out of a hotel, and I have to kill him before he drives away. So I got about 30 seconds to get set up, and you have multiple ways you can kill this guy, but you have to do it. So the trick is, he's some pharmaceutical guy, which this is a little too close to real life now that I'm starting to think about it. And the smart thing to do is you take all your money and you go buy stock in this pharmaceutical company, because he's trying to stop something from happening that would make the stock go through the roof. So you have to kill him. So you go spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on the stock on this guy's company. And then you go kill him. But
this is crazy.
It's real easy to get caught. So I figured out that if you use a sniper rifle, they're going to see you, and the security is going to come after you and kill you, and you'll fail the mission. No matter where you hide or what you do, the security will see you and chase you if you use a sniper rifle. So I thought, well, let's use a proximity mine. But I did that, and it didn't blow up his armored vehicle. So I had to take 4 sticky bombs, and I put them on the road. I just kind of walked up nonchalantly before the security was everywhere and dropped 4 of these sticky bombs over the part of where I knew his vehicle was going to be exiting. And then I went and hid in a parking garage, kind of in the back, and I had a really fast car to get away. So when I could just barely see out the parking garage, I see the armored vehicle coming up right to where I put these bombs, and I blow the vehicle up. And now the police are after me, the security's after me, and I'm in this Corvette. Only they don't call it a Corvette. They call it a Coquette. Coquette, but it looks almost like a Corvette. And I'm speeding away from all the bad gear, from all the security guys who were trying to kill me. And then I passed the mission. That's what I do with my time, Mark. This is what I do. I'm 57 years old.
I am 65 as of November, and here's my video games house in video games. Okay, and I don't even know what they're called. I think the first one I was involved in, I was like probably. I was in my upper teens, maybe early 20s.
So
you would know this better than I would.
Pong is what you're doing.
Yes,
we all
my
had
brother
Pong
got
when we were
Pong.
kids. Yes, we had that.
Then my next time with a video game was with my son, and he had 2 games that I would play. Oh, no, 1 game first. This is when we were in Mississippi. So
what were they?
Mid-90s. And it was a version of that I could play on TV of Donkey Kong.
So you went from Pong to Donkey Kong.
Okay, so, and I think that was a Nintendo game, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And then, as my son's taste became more expensive, I played Madden.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Football. So I like that.
I'm not allowed to play that. That kills my wrists and my hands.
And then after that, I have played. And then my last attempt at playing video games, I was still living in Florida at this time. I was living in San Carlos, and I was bowling with a Wii.
Oh, that's very healthy.
And that's it. Oh, yeah, it's believe it or not, I could not believe how tired. It's almost as tiring as playing regular bowling.
Oh, my God. I got my daughter one of those for Christmas when she was about, 10 or 11 years old, and nobody could find them. And I just happened to wander into a Target late at night, like right before Christmas, and they were just putting them out. And I said, how many of these can I buy? They said, yeah, 2 to a customer. And I said, give me 2 of those. So I bought them, and everybody was killing each other. They were selling on eBay for like $1,000, but I think they were $200 or maybe
they were that popular,
$299.
huh? Yeah, I bought it way after that.
Yeah, no, I got it right when it came out, and I got it just in the nick of time for Christmas for my daughter. And then I immediately stuck the other one on eBay, sold it for $1,000. So not only did I get a free Wii, but I got I think I had another $700 on top of that I paid for the rest of Christmas with that year. That worked out good for me. My entrepreneurial days, how I miss them.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, and we come back. I want to talk to you about something because, believe it or not, I went to the movies, and it wasn't a black and white movie for a change.
Oh, wow.
I seen a movie in what they call Technicolor, I think.
Did you get the COVID?
Erica and Mark. The phone call.
All right, so my wife and I, after the holidays, we decided to. We haven't done this in a while because we were so busy with different things.
This isn't a sex story. Is this a sex story? This isn't a sex story.
No.
Oh, thank God. Can't handle that.
But we decided to go on a date night. It's been a while.
Okay.
Since we went on a date night.
So it's kind of a sex story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I'm making him lose his train of thought. Sorry, please. I'll shut up. I'll be over here. I'm going to take a drink of water.
You made me think.
I don't want to know.
We have sex after this?
Nope. I'm over here drinking my water. You just tell your story.
So Saturday, we went on a Saturday to the one of those movie taverns. They have, they have one of those movie tavern.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We used to go see Rocky Horror in those back in the day.
And guess what we went to go see?
Rocky Horror.
No. We went to go see that Bob Dylan movie.
Oh, you know what? That looked good to me. I saw the trailer for that.
It's really, really good.
His music is not my speed of music. I have his box set because it was free. And there's some Bob Dylan songs that are okay, but he's not super my speed of music.
He's a good writer.
Yeah.
And he's got some pretty interesting things and stuff. But the way they portrayed him, it's funny because they didn't talk about him and his heroin addiction at all. Yeah. They did show him drinking.
Did they talk about his hot wife who plays the fiddle?
Oh, you talking about the Baez?
No. There's a documentary that I watched about him on HBO or maybe it was Amazon Prime when he came back. So he kind of disappeared from the early 70s until the maybe late 60s to the mid 70s. He kind of just retired. And then he came back out of retirement and he did this like rolling review thing, I think it was called. And he did this whole bus tour and he met this woman who played the violin, the fiddle, and put her in the band. And actually my music internet radio station plays one of the songs I found from that. It's called Isis. It's so stupid. But if you get a chance, go listen to the live version of Isis. And it's an interesting song, but he's an interesting guy from what I know.
Yeah, they covered it from pretty much starts with where he's coming into New York and he's trying to meet people and do something, and get into the music business, and then it ends where he plugged the guitar in and played electric guitar at the Newport.
Oh yeah, and pissed off all of his
festival.
fans. Yeah.
Yes. And made everybody's booing him, and then he laughed about it. And he did one song unplugged, and he walked off the stage, and that was it. So he was definitely a dick.
I know way more about Bob Dylan than I want to admit. Jesus, it's not good.
But I'm with you. It's like I like Rainy Day Women, and I like a couple other songs, but not really a big fan. I was not a fan of any of those Pete Seeger or any of those guys. I'm not a folk music person.
What about the band? How do you like the Up on Cripple Creek, the band?
I love the band.
Do you know who they are?
I have signed sticks from Levon.
He was
at my station in Mississippi. We went and had lunch.
Do you know
that guy's awesome?
Do you know why they're called the band?
Yeah, because of Bob Dylan.
That is right. They were Bob Dylan's backup band for many, many years.
And it was just called on the band.
Yeah, because it just kind of made sense. I love the what was it called? The Last Picture Show? The last
waltz?
The Last Waltz. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I think Martin Scorsese directed that of all people.
Yeah, and I went to go see the revised version of it now, which has a bunch of people in there, a lot of country people, and they're great musicians, but it's not the same.
No, of course not. No, I mean, without Robbie Robertson, nothing can be the same. And so, wait a minute, you went to lunch with Levon Helm?
Yes.
Well, that's a pretty good story. You buried that lead.
When I was in Starkville over at Mississippi, when I was doing, doing radio up there, he just came through with him and his wife, and they were just wanted to talk and was, and this and that. They were pushing their, I guess, I don't know, it was some kind of new.
They had
new music or whatever.
He made two
in the 90s.
Yeah, in the mid 2000s, he made two of the best albums that I've ever heard in my life, and one of them is called The Dirt Farmer. So this wasn't like 2008, 2010. You sure that?
No. He came by. It was like before I moved back to Florida, and I moved back to Florida in, I think 2000, because it was after Y2K. Because I was still up there, so it was before Y2K. So it was somewhere in 98, 99, 97. And it was him and his wife. I can't remember what they were pushing, but he gave me a sign. I still got him because it's got a signed pair of drumsticks from him.
He had a band called and he had a great live album called the Midnight Ramble Sessions, volumes 1, 2, and 3. And there's a great song called The Same Thing that I play on my radio station. But he had two albums that I'm looking up right now that were in 2007 and 2009, and it was him and his daughter. His daughter sang on it with him. One was called Dirt Farmer, and the other one was called Electric Dirt. And you know how you have those albums sometimes where every song is as good or better than the last?
Yeah,
both of those
very
albums.
rarely, but yeah.
Both of them, Dirt Farmer and Electric Dirt, are both phenomenal. If you like the band and you like Levon Helm, go listen to those albums, especially Dirt Farmer. That he sang a lot with his daughter on that album, and it was right before he died. And he'd come back from throat cancer, and he was
sickly.
Still all pissed off about getting ripped off from royalties from the band and not having any money, and they did screw him pretty. But everybody got screwed back then. It wasn't just him.
Oh my gosh. You want to see something sad if you're out there. I'm sure you've seen this before anyway, because if I've seen it, you must have seen it. I'm sure. And one day I'll have to find one, and then we can talk about it a little bit. The amount of money people got paid to play Woodstock.
Oh no, they didn't get paid.
There was
they
bands
got paid
making
$250.
$250.
Yeah, they got. I just watched
big bands.
What was I was watching something about Woodstock. I forget what it was. It was on YouTube somewhere, and it was. I know what it was. I watched a documentary about Jimi Hendrix on Amazon Prime, and it was from It was made by Warner Brothers in 1973. And they had all these interviews from everybody. I mean, this was made in 73, so everybody was still in their prime. And there was this long interview with Pete Townsend, and they were sitting backstage at a Who show, and they were talking about Woodstock and about Jimi Hendrix. And he's like, we were friends with Hendrix when he was in England before anybody heard of him. We saw him when he was out hanging out with the Beatles one night. He would come play this late night club, and all four of the Beatles are there watching him with just their mouths hanging open. That was how we found him. But we were backstage at Woodstock, and we're all arguing over who's going to go on after who. And Jimmy's telling everybody that the Who needed to go on last because we're the Who. And I said, Jimmy, that's really nice, but that is not going to happen. We are not going to follow you. And Jimmy's like, oh, come on, man. This is just me. I'm not that good. And Townsend said that he's like, I started to get angry because he thought I was kidding. He said, I wasn't fucking kidding. So I got up in his face and I said, Jimmy, there's no fucking way we're going to follow you. And if you don't go on after us, we're not going to play. And so Jimmy just kind of got silent, and he started to walk out of the room, and he said, all right, I'll go on after you, but I'm going to pull out all the stops. And Pete's like, whatever, man, as long as we don't got to follow you. Because the Who was like, we're not following that. No way, everybody will leave after him. So
there were some wild stories out of that thing, too, man. As I saw a story where Santana ended up accidentally hanging around with the Grateful Dead right before he went on stage. And was tripping balls the entire set.
Here, Carlos, take this.
Yeah.
There's lots of great documentaries you can find. You have to look for them though. They're not super easy to find. But I found that on Amazon Prime of all things. It's just.
Well, I tell you, Baez
it's great.
Made more money than the Who.
Yeah, she was in this documentary
she was
a little
star
bit.
At one time.
Eric Clapton. Oh my God, I didn't realize how much of a toll drugs took on Eric Clapton over the years, because they have several longer interviews with Clapton talking about Jimi Hendrix because they were kind of frenemies back then.
Right.
But just looking at Eric Clapton when he was in his late 20s, I mean, he's sharp as a tack. His eyes are open, and he's very animated and just kind of very present, unlike the Eric Clapton that we saw in the 80s and the 90s and, up until recently, because that dude fried himself with heroin and everything else.
Oh.
By the 80s, he was just kind of his quiet foot. It's so cool seeing all these people in their prime in the early 1970s.
Yeah.
It's sad that they all had to get together to talk about a dead Jimi Hendrix like that, but there's some really, really great stories. I highly recommend that documentary on Prime.
Well, yeah. Matter of fact, my radio station plays almost everybody that played almost everybody played at there. What is it? Little Feat. What was his name? The Butterflies Blues Band.
What? Butterfly Blues Band?
Yeah, it was so-and-so in a Butterfly Blues Band. I can't remember what his first name is. Name is.
I don't remember that.
Anyway, but a bunch of, I play a lot of that stuff, and it was really good. Oh, I even played Country Joe and the Fish. It is good. A lot of it's kind of like, it was like Southern rock before Southern rock was cool.
Oh, so you want to speak of Southern rock before, as Southern rock was happening. There's a band that I had heard of, but never knew anything about and didn't really think anything of it. And I picked it up from a line in the Charlie Daniels Band song, "The South's Gonna Do It Again." So how they're singing, the Tucker boys are cooking down in Caroline, and people down in Florida can't be still when old Leonard Skinner's picking. So at the end of that, he says, and all the good people down in Tennessee are digging Barefoot Jerry and the CDB. And I thought, Barefoot Jerry's a guy in the Charlie Daniels Band, the CDB.
Oh, yeah, I thought CDB was Charlie Daniels Band.
No. Well, the CDB is Charlie Daniels Band, but when he says Barefoot Jerry and the Barefoot Jerry is a band that I fucking had no idea existed. So I'm like, Barefoot Jerry, let me look that up and see whatever happened to him. It's not a him, it's a band. And they are one of the best bands that I've ever seen. I started looking up their stuff on YouTube. And there's an instrumental that is on YouTube that is very high quality audio, high quality video of them in the studio doing an instrumental song. And these guys are musicians. They are good. So I went on to Apple Music and started looking up their albums. Yeah, now I have about 22 Barefoot Jerry songs in my iTunes because, dude, they're fantastic. Never heard their stuff before, ever.
No. Well, there's so many bands that came from that time that never just, for whatever reason, radio refused to play them.
I don't know why. These guys were a band out of Nashville, and they were doing kind of, they, I guess, classified themselves, according to Wikipedia, as progressive country. And there really was never a space for progressive country.
No. Because prog rock had enough trouble as it is.
Right, yeah. Jethro Tull and Rush and Pink Floyd. I mean, that's a whole different kind of progressive music.
Yeah.
This is legitimately progressive country, and they're a very smart band. They're a very tight band. The slide guitar is amazing. They have a steel guitar in some of the songs. And some of the songs are very nice. There's a great song where they sing a love song to the Smoky Mountains that's like 2.5 minutes long. It's phenomenal. I'll send you some of it so you can not listen to it later and put that on your list of shit I know you're not going to listen to. You're robbing yourself, buddy. That's all you're doing. You're only hurting yourself. It's going to hurt you more than it is me. That's all I got to say.
I'm going on one of those cruises again in February where I'm going to go see...
is this a...
the headliners are Styx, Alice Cooper.
Okay.
And but they also have like Robin Trower. It's the main reason why I'm going.
So this is not a swingers. It's not a swingers cruise. It's just a
no.
You sure? You sure?
Well, I you know what? When you start dealing with old rock and roll, some of those old hippies, they're kind of like that. They still believe in that free love stuff.
That's why I'm asking. Look, if anybody asks you to go to a key party, don't go.
I've seen where they have the little air fresheners that are pineapples on their cabin door.
Yes. Watch out for the pineapples. Don't don't knock on that door.
I learned a long time ago. Anything with pineapples, do not wear.
That's
unless you're prepared for the consequences.
And maybe some people are.
With some pineapple wardrobe, you may be enjoyable, but what I've seen, no. That's
too sweet for me. Sorry, I'm out on that. Don't want any Part of. Should we take a break before we start talking about pineapples?
Yes. Before we might end up retiring in what's the name of that place again? The place in Orlando.
The fucking
Orlando.
The Villages.
Villages.
Yeah. Yeah. The loofahs. Up there, it's loofahs.
Yes.
Erica and Mark. The phone call.
All right, are we about done with this podcast? This feels like it's going long today, or is it just me?
No, it's it always seems long.
Hey. So maybe it is a
Ever
swingers
since we started
cruise.
recording this thing, before it was so easy because we could just hang out whenever we wanted to. Sometimes we just hung up in the middle of somebody's talking, and everything was fine, but we can't do that anymore.
No, I know. It's ridiculous. People calling and interrupting us, and we'll keep that off the air, though.
You know what? This is going to become a promo.
Well, that's all we need. A promo to get people to listen to this show.
Okay.
Here, use this in the promo. Hold on. Use this in the promo at the end. I don't recommend anybody listens to this. There you go. That's for your promo.
So I'll go ahead. We'll wrap up with a bit from our old radio days. But before I do that, I want to, this is what I'm hoping Chat GPT will do for me. Get this stuff down, so I don't have to get this and then track it down and verify it and write it down. And
Chat GPT, by the way, not infallible. It does make plenty of mistakes.
That's okay, as long as I can blame it on someone else besides myself.
Yes, I do it all the time. Like, Chat GPT told me.
All right, this is the top 5 most complaining states.
All right, hey, hold on. So you've done these top things before. Do you know how to do these? You start with 5, and then you work your way to 1.
I even wrote it down that way, so I wasn't
because last week you started out with 1. And I was like, does he know how to do this?
Premature, never mind.
You got a little excited there, didn't you?
Premature phonolation.
Yeah. All right. Number 5. What do you got?
Okay, what do you think it is? You guess?
What was the question?
Top 5 most complaining states.
Most complaining states. Number 5 is Massachusetts.
No, did not make the list. Number 5 is New Jersey.
Jersey. I would have thought that would have been higher.
Yeah, me too.
Number 5.
Okay, try number 4. What do you think?
Complaining. Number 4. Connecticut.
No.
What?
New York.
I thought that'd be higher too. That'd be 1.
Me too.
Yeah. All right.
Now number 3, you should know. You should know this.
Do I currently live there?
No. But
Have
I? We are both born there, I think.
So Pennsylvania is number 3.
Number 3.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't see that. Do you?
No. Pennsylvania is a weird place because on one side you have Pittsburgh, on the other side you have Philadelphia, and in the middle you have Alabama. So I don't know.
That's true.
It's very strange.
So okay, number 2.
Number 2 most complaining state, California.
No, not even on the list. Either.
Really?
No,
There's a lot of so many whiny people in California.
Yeah, it seems like it. Delaware.
There's no one in Delaware. It's just a tax shelter. That's all it is.
Now, the number 1 threw me off. Number 1 threw me way for a loop.
Why is it something?
It's first of all, it's in the South.
It's in the South. So I was going to say Rhode Island, but no, it's in the South. So the number 1 complaining state, Virginia, because it's close to D.C.
No.
Give me another guess. So hold on. South Carolina.
I live there.
Who?
I live
Oh, so
there.
it's Mississippi then for sure.
Yes.
Really?
You know what's funny? The guy that did this top 5, he said the way he did it was number 5 is New Jersey. And I would be complaining too if I lived in New Jersey.
Right,
and then
yeah.
it was at 4, New York. No wonder they're complaining. They're close to New Jersey. And he said,
Yeah,
number 3, another one close to New Jersey. Delaware, another one they're close to. You got down to Mississippi goes, I don't got nothing for this.
I do. I have a joke here. Would you like to hear it?
Yes.
People in Mississippi are so dumb they don't understand anything, so they complain all the time. There you go. Thank you. He didn't have that. That's an obvious joke.
I think he was just hanging on that New Jersey.
Right.
And he got to the last one. He goes,
Yeah, it takes a real turn there, doesn't it? It goes straight to me. Well, hell, what you mean? I gotta take a shower. I take a shower every Saturday whether I need one or not. And that's what they do. They complain about things they don't understand, like
Mississippi is a
hygiene.
wonderful place. I reared my children there for a while.
Oh, look, don't say it like that, especially when you're talking about Mississippi. Jesus Christ, Mark. Are you all right? So, do I need to call someone?
I say we go to a radio bit.
Yeah, I think we should end it on that.
And we say goodbye.
Yeah, say goodbye to Mark's going to be going away for a little while. The charge rearing children in Mississippi. That's just placed out there from back in the old days from 30 years ago.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, you old rearer, you. Rear Admiral.
Well, there's the second promo.
I'm stopping.
We'll keep pushing them until the playground says enough's enough.
Erica and Mark. The phone call.
It's Q106, Pink Floyd at
making fun of my microphone.
9:33.
Tell Joe we're
What,
not
because your microphone is smaller than everybody else's? Why? Why is he making fun of your microphone?
Look at your microphone. It's limp. Oh,
Yeah, mine is kind of standing up, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Well, he's pointed the microphone straight up in the air now. Oh, I'd like to. I have a special message here for Joe, the manager of the Hooters. Don't worry, Joe. I'm not going to let the Hooters girls have any champagne. Okay.
And Mike, thank you for bringing by the orange juice.
Yeah, Mike, you rule. Orange juice. We'll let the Hooters girls drink orange juice.
Yeah.
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 That's the ticket.
That's the ticket. Yeah. Don't put any champagne in there. That would be terrible. That would taste awful.
Yeah.
Oh, yuck.
Disco's a little tipsy.
Disco's a little tipsy?
No.
Disco got into Mark's glass, didn't he? In case you're just joining us, this is our very last show, and the Hooters girls are here. Jennifer from Hooters brought her dog, Disco,
He likes
with her
orange
today.
juice. Look at him.
He likes orange juice. Now he's licking the orange juice now. Sorry, dogs have cleaner mouths than we do, especially you and me.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm not sure what that
I don't
means.
know. I don't know if she's excited or not now. Denise is either showing excitement or something.
Maybe she's just repulsed.
I think so.
Repulsed.
Oh,
yeah,
it is
okay.
repulsed. Damn it.
It's repulsion.
I mean, what am I going to say? Excited? She's already called my microphone limp. How excited can she be?
We've had a lot of emotions on this show today. Add repulsion to the list. A lot of repulsion in this room right now.
What are we talking about?
Jennifer's not really. Jennifer's on another show right now.
Jennifer's at the Charles Perez show right now.
Jerry Springer.
Oh, Springer.
Jerry Springer. We've had Jerry
Springer
another
on
guest.
the air
We've had Jerry on a couple, 3
Oh,
times.
that's
Yeah.
right. He did that at Cafe Erotica.
The Cafe Erotica
He was
thing.
doing
That's
a
right.
Cafe Erotica show.
Disco, you can't have any more champagne out of my glass. Yeah, Jerry was a very good guest. We've had a lot of guests on, and we want to thank everybody. Oh, you know who else called a minute ago while you were out getting the orange juice off of, who was it? James gave us the orange
Mike.
juice? Mike gave us the orange juice.
Mark.
Mark.
Mark? No, he's Mark.
She said Mike. Mike, Mark.
Well, thanks to the guy who brought us the orange juice. While you're out there talking to him, a guy called. I don't know if you remember this. That's a little step back in time. Please indulge me. There was a guy who called us a while back who got in trouble with his girlfriend because she found his stash of porno magazines.
Oh, yeah. I finally finished that movie, by the way. Thanks, sir.
Yeah, it turns out that it was a homemade movie with him in it, though.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if that was him or not.
No, I don't know. It was
But
somebody.
if that was his wife, hey. I see why you're married.
Well, anyway, what we did for him was we put him on the air, and he publicly apologized to his girlfriend for having the magazines, and then, of course, to make sure that he didn't look at them ever again, we had him bring the magazines to us.
Yeah.
And the videos to us, just to make sure he wouldn't be tempted, and he did. And now he told me everything's fine. Things are going great with him and his girlfriend, and he loves her a lot, and he owes it all to us.
Oh, that's great.
See? So I guess we have made a difference.
We have done something.
I don't think about it. I just come on the radio every day and talk to you and talk to whoever calls, and we talk about stuff.
That's a scary thought.
Also want to thank, we got to
It is
thank
scary.
our buddy Paul, the librarian.
Oh, Paul the librarian.
Q106 librarian.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming by and giving us something to do on Fridays when we really didn't feel like working.
We're going to have a whole new wing for the Q106 library now.
Oh, we got quite a few boxes of porn.
I got boxes
man.
of that stuff stacked up in my office. I don't know what
You
to
guys
do with
want
it
any
all.
porn to
You
bring
guys want
home
any
with
porn?
I'll look through it. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay.
You look through it?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, sure. As soon as we get off there, we'll get go. We got some stuff. Yeah,
We'll give you
just
a
go browse. We'll give you a
librarian
library card.
I'm open to new ideas.
You're open to new ideas. See, I love you, Denise. You're great. You're open
And
you're
unlike,
happy.
unlike a lot of libraries, we don't have our stuff in the Dewey Decimal System or anything. It's just under.
It's in a box under my desk. Just say it. That's the whole Dewey Decimal System there. Eric's desk in a box. It's 9:37 right now.
Erica and Mark. The phone call.